this buzz that Brian Branch would start playing that safety role, and that leaves a question for, okay, well, what do you do with Fonte Miller-Fountain? Because the guy was an absolute stud last year. And then this picture came out too, if you don't mind putting it up there, Chris. Fonte Miller-Fountain on his Instagram through like whatever promotional thing. Shout out to whoever tagged me in this. I probably should have remembered this one. If you guys want to zoom in, if you can.
Zoom that in.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Dude's looking jacked. All right.
Holy shit.
Man's looking thick, yeah? So it got me thinking, right? If Brian Branch is moving into safety, this guy's already moved positions beforehand, and this is a wild one, but I'm throwing it out there. Could you or would you want a move to linebacker possibly for a Fonte Miller-Fountain? Just to have all your best players in the
Sam's
field.
spot? You think that's Sam's spot?
No, not the Sam. I mean, I'm talking about just like right next to Jack. I mean, I think the Zanzo's last year, or maybe he might have one more. I know there's Derek Barnes last year, unless they re-up him. Just so you have all your best players out there at all times.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's impossible. This is a guy who thrives on in-the-box play. He's obviously a very physical guy. We saw his blitzing acumen last year, and he's also good in coverage. I would prefer to keep him at safety. I think that's where he's best utilized, but you can bring your safeties into the box. You can float a safety into the box and do different things like that, and maybe when they go to that kind of big man set, that 11 personnel on offense, you bring Iffy down to linebacker and put Branch up at safety. Maybe that's a play, and have Iffy float around, be that guy to chop tight ends down, be that guy to play in the middle of the field. I don't think it's a crazy assumption, but I would be surprised. I would be surprised if that happens.
Because I feel like personally, I was the biggest advocate of Fonte Miller-Fountain. I mean, I don't want to say it started the Chauncey Gardner-Johnson beef, but in some ways it did, just because I believed in what I was seeing on the field. Like every single week, that guy was cashing in on big plays. He deserved his time on the field. That's why I wasn't so willing to just give it up to CJ just based off his return. Let's work something out here where we can kind of get everybody on the field at the same time, or split reps or however it may have been. I still feel the same way. As much as Brian Branch was tremendous and fantastic at what he did at the nickel spot, obviously they want him on the field full time so he could play during those heavier offensive packages, so they don't have to take their extra DB off. I'm looking for ways to keep Fonte Miller-Fountain on the field. I'm sure AG's looking for ways to keep Fonte Miller-Fountain on the field. It's just a thought I'm throwing out there simply because I saw the Jamal Adams thing.